living in a world in which justice, a democratic ideal, a hallowed political principle, has not yet become justice for all. So if I talk about racial justice, am I talking about identity, or am I saying that whatever forms of justice we're living in have not yet benefited from the emancipatory movements that seek to establish racial justice as part of justice? I mean, maybe racial justice becomes something else, or gets relegated to a position of identity politics because it questions something about the abstract ideal of justice. But maybe what it's questioning is who's included in that abstraction and who's not, and how do we get to the place of having justice as something that is all-encompassing and that is justice for all. I mean, what would it mean to arrive there? It may well be that racial justice asks us to rethink justice. Racial equality makes us rethink equality. Sexual freedom asks us to rethink freedom. Freedom for whom? Who has not yet been free, who has not yet known freedom. It seems to me that these are large principles that belong to any democratic project, especially a radical democratic project or politics, and that we are most often talking about rethinking freedom, equality, and justice, making it stronger, making it more encompassing, making it more substantial, less abstract and less exclusionary. So that doesn't strike me as a particularism, like, oh, here are all these identities, they're struggling for their particular interests, they're taking away from the common good, they're taking away from a universal framework, they're taking away from a larger sense of politics. No, I think it is the larger sense of politics that's being identified as exclusionary, and there's a call for a re-articulation of those basic principles. So they are justice projects, freedom projects, and equality projects. And when we dismiss them as identity projects, we're clinging to an older ideal and not looking at the exclusions it has made, the effacements on which it has proceeded.